There's this profound shift that can happen in life. It's this quiet moment, a real turning point, where all that frustration, it just gives way to a kind of peace. That moment, well, that's the beginning of what we're here to talk about today.
Okay, so let's dive right into this ancient and seriously powerful idea, Amor Fati. It comes from Stoic philosophy, and it offers a pretty radical way to look at, well, everything life throws at us. So what's the big idea here? At its core, it's actually pretty simple, but it's one of those things that can change everything. See, the Stoics taught that life isn't some battle we have to win, but more like a design to be embraced exactly as it is. The term itself, Amor Fati, is Latin, and it means love of one's fate. But here's the key. This isn't about just gritting your teeth and tolerating things. It's an active, enthusiastic love for everything that happens, good or bad, seeing it all as absolutely essential to your journey.
The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius had this amazing way of putting it. He saw the human soul as a blazing fire. Think about that. No matter what you throw into it, challenges, setbacks, even tragedy, a strong soul can transform it all into fuel, into light, into warmth. That right there is the heart of Amor Fati.
There's this really common misconception that accepting your fate is a sign of weakness, like you're just giving up. But the Stoics, they saw it completely differently. For them, true strength was being able to face reality, head on, no illusions, and to trust that even the struggles have a purpose. And this idea of strength through acceptance, it leads us to this beautiful metaphor for life itself. It's all about finding harmony, about aligning ourselves with the natural flow of how things are.
To really get this, I want you to picture something. Just imagine a river, flowing endlessly, carving its own path through the land.
Okay, so that river, that's your life. And its current? Well, that's fate. If you try to fight it, if you try to swim upstream, what happens? You just get exhausted. Amor Fati, then, is the choice to stop fighting. It's not about being passively swept away, no. It's about learning to dance with that current, moving with grace and purpose no matter where it takes you. The philosopher Epictetus just nailed this idea. He taught that our suffering doesn't really come from what happens to us, it comes from our wish for it to have happened differently. When we can align what we want with what is, we find peace. We become part of the rhythm of the universe. But, okay, what about the really hard parts of life? This brings us to the most challenging and maybe the most profound piece of Amor Fati. How do we deal with pain, with loss, with real tragedy? We all face this fundamental choice, right? We can curse our wounds, let them make us bitter, let them define us, or we can take the Stoic path. We can actually transform those wounds into wisdom, into clarity, and into real strength.
Seneca put it so powerfully. Look, fate is coming for all of us. The only choice we have is how we meet it. We can go willingly, cooperate with life, and be led with a sense of purpose, or we can resist, and we'll get dragged, kicking and screaming, in chains.
And this brings us to a super important point. Amor Fati is not about passive surrender. It's a form of active, empowered cooperation with our own destiny.
So how do we actually do this? Well, we can break the practice down into 3 really powerful steps. First, face reality exactly as it is, no sugarcoating. Second, use everything, the good, the bad, all of it, as raw material. And third, love the lesson. It's an active choice to say, I am not going to waste this. Think about it. Say you lose your job out of the blue. Step 1, you face it. I am unemployed. Step 2, you use it. Maybe this is a chance to rethink your career or learn a new skill. And step 3, you love the lesson. You learn about your own resilience, about what you truly value.
And that is the ultimate mindset shift. To see that events aren't happening to you or against you, but for you. That challenge, that struggle, it's a tool that's shaping and refining you into the person you're meant to become. Everything belongs.
So, let's bring all this home. This isn't just some abstract, ancient philosophy. It's a question we can ask ourselves, right now, in our own lives.
I want you to look at your life. The victories, for sure, but also the heartbreaks, the delays, the pain, and then ask yourself this simple question. Can I love this too? Can I find the purpose, the lesson, the fuel in this experience? Because this, right here, is where real freedom is. It's not in bending the world to our will and getting everything we want.
True freedom is found in loving what we already have, what already is. When you can love not just the sunshine, but also the storm, you are truly free.
And so we end with this beautiful idea. Amor Fati is about loving your fate. It's about bowing to life, not like a defeated subject, but as a reverent participant, grateful for every joy, every sorrow, and every single breath.